Welcome to Prickly Pear Peggy's So Busy Mercantile. The project today is making these Texas-themed cowboy arm garters to hold your sleeves up. So I'm going to show you how I get to this part. It all starts with the beginning, and the beginning is getting all your materials together. The fabric is a cotton fabric, and it's strapped. I wish I could get bigger straps, but this is all I could find. You need stars, and you need some grosgrain ribbon, and I'm using 1/4 inch elastic. I would prefer larger elastic, but with this fabric, and I'm trying to make it look like the Texas flag, the straps are not that big, so I have to use smaller elastic. So to get from this pile of stars and stripes, we first have to cut out all the components. And we have to have I'm using a 4 and a 1/4 inch, I think it's a 1/4 inch, 4 inch. I'm using a 4 inch strap, and I've cut it so when I fold it over to sew it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, that it will be red and white stripes on each side. So you cut that out. You cut out your elastic depending on the circumference of the person's arm you're trying to fit. It's best to get a fitting. Then I cut out a 4 1/4 piece of grosgrain ribbon, and this is going to go around the garter, and then I'm going to sew the white star in the center. So the first thing we do, cut out the components. The second thing you do is go to the sewing machine and make a tube. This is the tube after it's been turned and pressed. You fold this together and sew a 1/4 inch seam. And then you turn it, and then you press it out, because you want to have a white stripe and a red stripe on the part that's going to show. Then you go back to the machine and you sew a casing. You sew a casing down the middle. Sew 2 sets of stitches down the middle, and this is to hold the elastic. This will hold your 1/4 inch elastic. Then after you do that, you thread your elastic. This is one with it looks like a corkscrew, but it's got the elastic all threaded in there. And when I thread the elastic, I anchor one end with a bar tack on the sewing machine with the elastic. And then I use a safety pin, and I've got this already threaded through before I bar tack this in, and then I use that safety pin and I work my way up through this tube with the elastic, and then I pull it out the other end with this safety pin, and I bar tack that in. Then I take the safety pin off. After I do that, I use the French seam method to sew the two ends together. It looks a little off now, but that's the way the straps lay out. So that's the French seam method. There is no raw edges. Then after I sew the ends together, it's time to wrap. It's time to wrap the blue, and I wrap the blue where the French seam is. I wrap it around there, and then I sew the star, and the point will be pointed up with the white on top. And that's how you get these Texas-themed cowboy armbands. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time on Prickly Pear Peggy's So Busy Mercantile. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.